Students, welcome back to this wonderful chapter, Chemical Kinetics. In this module, we are going to cover a multiple choice question on rate of reaction. So let's take a look at the question. A gaseous reaction A2 gives B plus 0.5 C shows increase in pressure from 100 mm to 120 mm in 5 minutes. The rate of disappearance of A2 is, and our options are 4 millimeter per minute, 8 millimeter per minute, 16 millimeters per minute, and 2 millimeters per minute. Now here, if you take a look at the reaction, it is A2 gives B plus 0.5 C. So when I take the concentration of A2, concentration of B, concentration of C, when I take all these values, I'm sure you remember this table from last year that we had studied in chemical equilibrium. Anyway, the initial pressure for A2, it will be 100 mm. B and C were not present initially, so their pressure was 0 and 0. Both of them, both B and C. Now, as the reaction started, the pressure of A2 kept on decreasing, and B and C, it kept on increasing. So let's say the change in pressure is X. For A, it will be minus X, because A is decreasing with time. So the change in pressure will be minus X. For B, it will be X. The reason being that when 1 mole of A2 reacts, 1 mole of B is formed. So when X moles of A2 react, X moles of B will be formed. Same logic can be applied for C, and we will get 0.5X. Now here, when we combine the first two rows, we can say that after the reaction is over, the pressure for A2 is 100 minus X. For B it is X, and for C it is 0.5X. So here 100 minus X, X and 0.5X, they represent partial pressures of A2, B and C. So if I have to take the total pressure, I just have to add them. 100 minus X plus 0.5X, and this total addition will come up to 120, because that is the given data. After 5 minutes, the pressure becomes 120 mm. From here, if you solve this, you will get 0.5X is equal to 20. Of course, when you solve that, the value of X will come out to 40 mm, which means that from A2, the decrease is 40 millimeters in 5 minutes, because X was the decrease in 5 minutes. So I can say that the change in pressure is 40 mm in 5 minutes. Now we know that rate is equal to change in pressure upon the time taken. That's by definition, this formula is there with us. So when we substitute the value over here, we will get rate is equal to 40 upon 5, or when we solve it, we can also say that it is 8 millimeters per minute, meaning that the correct answer is option B. That's how we have to solve this. So such MCQs may be asked, where we may also have to refer to the table of equilibrium that we had studied last year. So is that clear? Thank you very much.